Hello everyone, this is Dylan from the Troll Club, and I'm back with another Troll Club beginner guide. So today we're going to be going over the green staples that you should have for any green deck. This is for newer players who want to build a green deck, and this is the way to help you out and show you what cards you need to get. So we'll just go right into it. So we go into the common cards. These are the easy ones to obtain. They're usually about like $1 or less, about a little more of $1. Pretty easy cards to get. Homicidal Clones is the token negate for green. Very, very good. Just a free negates if you're at 5 or less life. Play a blocker token. Very, very simple card. Very good card to play in any green deck. Defending Father Paragus is probably the best green super combo. Just saying, so it's searchable in a lot of decks. And also, it draws 2 and warps 1 from hand whenever you combo it. It's always a 10k no matter what, unlike other super combos with a 0. Or only 10k when your life's at 4 or less. This one's always a 10k, but this one draws 2. First, then warps 1, so very, very good for any green decks out there. It's probably the best super combo for green. Now we have this Bujin counterplay. He counterplays for 1 on a 2 or less battle card the opponent's playing and places it in the drop instead. Very, very nice for 1 energy to stopping a 2 or less on either player's turn. If they play like a 2 energy floodgate on their turn, you can pay 1 to stop it, or if they try to play like any little guy, you can just pay 1 to stop it with this. It's also just a card that you can combo off. Pretty nice. Then we have Bardock Patrono Unison, a really, really good unison for green. It's technically an SR, but it is so cheap, decided to put it on here. Very, very nice to just KO 1-drops, make them discard. Also kills combos, which is very relevant right now, because everyone wants to combo because of Z cards. So Bardock is very good at that, at stopping combos, which is really, really good. Then we have Goku's Kamehameha Deflection, just a very, very simple 1 energy negate. You KO a 4 or less. KOing a 4 or less is very big, because a lot of the game right now is 4 or lesses, so obviously paying 1 to negate and also KO something is a lot of value for 1, so it's a very, very good card to pick up for green. Then we have another SR here. It's so cheap, I decided to put on here in the comment section. It's Triple Strike Blocker, or Triple Strike Revenge. This is Super Saiyan Goku Ground Shaking Fury. When he's played, he plays for 4, so he's a little costly, but it is a pretty nice effect of choosing all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. We don't have much of that anymore, where it's like complete board wipes, ignoring barrier. So it's nice you can just pay 4 for this, wipe everything, ignoring barrier for 4 if you make it that far, and then it actually punishes your opponent for removing it by making them discard 3 if they want to kill this, and it's triple strike. So a little bit of an annoying card for your opponent to deal with, and also has revenge, so they can't really swing into it. So pretty nice card there for any green deck if you want to put that in there. A couple of those feels pretty nice. Alright, we'll go on to the Z deck cards now. So green has quite a bit of really good Z cards that they've procured over these sets. So Frieza is pretty simple, 2 energy deflect double strike when it's played, KO 5 or less, and it also has the ability to make him discard a card whenever something else attacks. So pretty nice, pretty simple card there. Then we have this SS3 Broly 2-drop Z card. He's really good as just a 1 energy pop something, and also he's a double striker. So really, really nice at 4 energy. He can just become a 1 energy double striker. It's very, very strong. Then we have this Dr. Gero. He's a deflect barrier. He also takes life and draws cards. So if you need to draw cards, if you ever need to draw cards and like a time that you need to do that, this is your card you want to play from the Z deck. If you have no other plays, something just on a whim, you can do this and take some life draw cards. Or if you need a Z card to play, he is barrier, so very, very good to play there. Then we have his 2 Z Unisons. They are both pretty, I mean, they both kind of serve the same purpose, but they do different things for in different terms of different plays for the game. So Bardock is a 2 energy 1 Z energy. He draws cards. He gives cards blockers, so he's more of like a defensive unison. He only gains markers when something dies. So when the card you give blocker when it dies against markers. He also draws cards. And the Vegito is a little bit different. He gives you Z energy. He is more of an offensive card. Whenever he attacks, it KOs a card, so you have to keep swimming with his card and stuff like that. That gives your Z energy back. It also costs 2 Z energy, so it makes it a little harder to get it off. But the -2 switches back to active mode to make him KO something else again. It's pretty nice. So any decks that need these unisons can have those. They're pretty nice to have, but they're definitely not needed. I would say if you need a unison for your deck to awaken, or just if you want your cards to combo with some other cards we're going to talk about, these are the ones you want. So The Z Extra is going to be Limit Ultra Kamehameha Mighty Blast, the green Anniversary Box one. It's very, very good. It's not too expensive. It's like $5-6, so not too bad. Has really good effects on it. 10k KOA 3 or less, or you can pay one to snipe a card out of their hand, KO 5 or less. Gain 15k, very, very powerful also. So these are just some really good Z cards to get if you want a good Z deck. We'll move on to the high-end cards. These are the ones that are going to cost a little bit more. We have Cell's Earth Destroying Kamehameha, just a easy pay 1, 15k. Discard a card out of your opponent's hand. You get to choose the card, which is very important. So you can snipe Secret Rare something out of there, really good. Dormant is a very important card for green. It's how you're going to live most of the games. You're going to. It's also free if you have Unison in play, so having those Z Unisons we talked about earlier, this is a really good card to combo with that, or just any Unison you play in the deck. Very good to have there. Stops your opponent's entire turn, and you get to just survive to the next turn. Very good there. This Gohan rare is pretty expensive. I mean, I wouldn't say he's necessary, but he is a very nice card to have. Mostly for the auto, when you Z-charge him, you get to pay 1, remove 3 markers off of Unison, which a lot of effects don't do that. So, and removing 3 markers can basically kill a Unison a lot of the time. So, just paying 1 to remove a Unison off the board, off of Z-charging it on either player's turn, very good card. So, if you're able to get that, that would be really good to have. Kaioken Sengoku the Furious is a simple 1 energy, make him discard a card when it's played, and then he's crit. So 15k crit that makes him discard a card. It's pretty much the ideal green card you would want in a deck. Discard and also being crit. Very nice card there. Then we have the Father-Son Solidarity 8-drop Goku Gohan card. This is like the green boss monster for green. It's very nuts. Does a lot. Kills Ignoring Barrier, 35k double strike, and makes him discard a card. Yeah, very nuts card for 2. So if you're gonna ever need barrier removal for any reason, this is the card you want. It's also decently expensive, so even for SRs, so might be a little hard to get it, but there is other options for barrier removal if you want to look for those. But something like Faded Rival is a good option if you don't want to play. If you don't want to pay this, you gotta play Faded Rival Goku. That's a good one too. Uneasing Awaken Range. This is only for green Saiyan decks. This is also how you're going to survive a lot of turns. Because Dormant doesn't always do it. You might, not have a Unison or something, or you might not have the ability to not negate. Like, you need to negate this attack. Dormant does not negate. So Uneasing is kind of your answer to that if you're a Saiyan deck. You get to negate and also floodgate your opponent, which is really nice. And it's also free if you discard a card. So very good there. Son Goku face off with an Emperor, very just nice. A 1 energy play, draw 1, play from your hands, pretty good. And also it has the removal effect if your opponent removes it, so it's pretty nice on opponent's turn when they try to remove this, and you get to KO the card that was KOing it. Very good there. Then you have the King Piccolo Aerial Battle. This is for non-Saiyan decks. This is like kind of like your counterpart to the Uneasing a little bit. It becomes a 1 energy, 20k crit, and it KOs a 5 or less and removes a marker off Unison, so that's pretty good for any non-Saiyan deck. Just a nice 1 energy negate. So this is a pretty good card if you're not playing your Saiyan deck. I would definitely pick up a few of these, at least 2. Alright, we'll move on. We'll finish it off with the Secret Rares. So these are like the big bucks cards. These are the cards that are going to cost you the most money in your deck, so be prepared. Cell Xeno is probably the cheapest one because he has gotten reprinted, so he should not cost that much, but he is still really crazy. Once you get to 5 energy, you can successor with him as long as your deck is able to reach 12 pretty easily. You can successor with him, be a quad strike dual attack that also chooses 3 cards in their hand, discards them. Still a really crazy effect for free, if you can pull it off, but you do gotta make it to turn 5, which a lot of times you will not. So very good card though, still really good. Then you have Cell Max. He's just a pay 1 quad strike, 40k, but you can't attack unless it's turn 4 onwards. And he also has the board wipe removal and crit a life on opponents if they remove this card at all. So very nice there. You can also combine it with some of your own cards to KO him yourself and make him crit a life, but he is he's pretty good. He's a really solid card. It's 1 energy quad strike, can't go wrong with that. Then if you are a Earthling, Saiyan, or Namekian leader, you can use this Goku Peace Resolution. He has a pay 2, you combo it on your leader, you get to restand it and give it triple strike. So you get to make any of your green, Saiyan, Earthling, or Namekian leaders a threats, making them triple strike. So if your opponent doesn't know you have this, you can just, pay 2, make your leader triple strike out of nowhere and just win that way. It's pretty nice. And then if you don't win, you get to make your leader a plus 20k on the next turn. So then you're a 35k. It's going to be really hard for your opponent to kill you on the next turn. So this is a really good card to have for any of those kind of leaders. But yeah, those are the 3 green SCRs I'd recommend. Cells, is definitely the cheapest. So if you really want like a good green sticker rare, I would say you get him. But if you want to pay the money, these 2 are pretty good. But yeah, that's going to be all of the staple cards for green. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if there was any cards that I missed, and make sure to help anyone in the comments who may have any questions, or if there's any cards that I didn't mention about to mention to them about if they want to know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.